my name is Karina and I'm a PE for the Drugs and Alcohol team at U Ottawa Health Promotion. I'm here today to speak with Mark Barnes, a pharmacist who serves on the Overdose Task Force with Ottawa Public Health, about keeping your peers safe when it comes to drug and alcohol use. What kind of overdoses are there in terms of drugs and alcohol?
There are many types of overdoses, depending on the toxic level of chemical you've consumed. Some are mild, and some are very serious and even life-threatening. Most overdoses will affect your airways, breathing, and circulation. The most serious type of overdose is from opioids usually, and it can stop breathing in as quick as 3 to 5 minutes after ingestion. Opioids are painkillers like morphine and fentanyl, and these are often cross-contaminated or laced with other drugs. And opioids are responsible for about 75% of all overdose deaths in Canada.
How can I learn to distinguish an overdose from something else? What are the main signs I should look for?
At times, it's hard to differentiate between a drug overdose or other health emergencies like a heart attack or seizure. That being said, the overdose symptoms are seen most often with opioids are unconsciousness, pinpoint pupils, gurgling sounds, blue or gray lips, and shaking at the end.
How should someone respond when they witness an overdose?
Try to remain calm. Do an assessment. Remember the major symptoms of an opiate overdose. Then call 911. And use naloxone if you suspect there is opioids on board. Then start CPR if you can't detect a pulse. Then once help arrives, it's so important to take care of your own mental health. You have just been through a very, very traumatic situation. That's something traumatic. Make sure to speak to someone to help you deal with your emotions.
Where in Ottawa can I get a naloxone kit? Are they free? Are there any courses I can take to learn about naloxone or overdoses?
There are many pharmacies and local public health units that carry naloxone for free. You can find a detailed list at stopoverdoseottawa.ca, which is Ottawa Public Health's website. Or even easier, you can go to naloxonecare.com and get a free online naloxone training. Then contact pharmacist at naloxonecare.com to have a free naloxone kit sent to your home.
What is the Good Samaritan Drug Overdose Act? What charges are not protected by it?
In Ontario, the Good Samaritan Act provides some legal protection for people who are experiencing or witnessing overdoses and call 911 for their local emergency numbers for help. So there is a fear of legal repercussions. Never stop someone from trying to help in an emergency. You must call 911. There are two parts to this act. The first protects the rescuer from any liability should they attempt to help a victim. So if you use naloxone, if you do CPR, the first responder is not in trouble in any way if it goes bad. This does include opiate overdose and naloxone. Remember that this Good Samaritan Act does say opioids and does say naloxone. The act only protects the person who is overdosing from and anyone else at the scene from charges with possession of a controlled substance and breaches in pretrial release, probation orders, conditional sentences, or paroles related to a simple possession. All other violations, unfortunately, are subject to police investigation. But remember, you must call 911 because if you're using a substance yourself and or you've helped someone with naloxone, you are not in trouble.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out the naloxonecare.com and stopoverdoseottawa.ca websites, as well as the Health Promotion Instagram page and website for more information on drugs and alcohol. The links can be found below for these and any other resources mentioned in the video. Have a great day.